now listening to Vigilantes Radio, presented by the Only One Media Group. This is the people's choice for quality interviews, celebrities and special guests. Hosted by Demetrius Dinny Reynolds. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. For the complete archive of episodes, visit onlyonemediagroup.com and be sure to like us on Facebook at Vigilantes Radio. We welcome all. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. Enjoy the show.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another incredible episode of Vigilantes Radio Live right here on iHeartRadio. And I am your host, Deanie. We have a very special guest for you guys. You could definitely want to stick around for that. And as a matter of fact, text your buddies, text your family members, or even share it on social media right now and let them know that we are about to dive deep into another interview. Before I bring my guest on, I do want to say that even now, there is a serious conflict and trouble in the world today. Yet, as serious as that trouble is, it cannot reach all the way into your heart. The part of you that loves and desires peace is at peace even now. Even now, when there is so much violence and turmoil, even now when there is so much uncertainty, even now there is far more love than hatred, and there always will be, for hatred quickly consumes itself while love just keeps on going and growing stronger in your heart, even now. It is wise to be concerned, but keep this in mind, your very concern is proof itself that love abounds. That peace is real and present even now. Let that peace live in you and be expressed through you, even now, especially now. Not through anger or blame or retribution, but through love, compassion, and the strength to make a positive difference. See yourself as moving the world positively forward, and you will, with your thoughts, with your actions, with your love. You feel the urgent need to do something, and indeed you can, even now. So give your love and understanding even now, even to those with whom you may disagree with. Although you have differences with others, there is much, much more that you have in common. Although there are plenty of excuses for hatred, there are many more reasons for love, even now, especially now. The need for love and the opportunity for peace have never been greater than they are even now. For the more you see of the darker side of life, the more we truly and sincerely desire to live in the light. And the more we appreciate the immense and unfathomable love that we've been given, that we are free to give, even now. My name is Coach Deanie, and change is possible. Are you ready?
Hi, I heard you need a website, custom design and looks fly. You need to get online in no time, cause you have a deadline. With Snazzy Sites, we'll bring your ideas to the screen. We're pretty fast too, with your vision is templates where there's nothing we can't build up. We'll make it shine, perfect website all the time. Snazzy Sites, fast and fresh, looking fine, you'll be online. Snazzy Sites, we'll make it shine, perfect website all the time. Snazzy Sites, fast and fresh, looking fine, you'll be online. Snazzy Sites.
If you're looking to create a stunning online presence, contact Snazzy Sites. We're the best designers in the business at bringing your vision to life. Visit snazzysites.com or call 980-383-8383.
welcome to the show. You're listening to VRL, that's Vigilantes Radio Live, right here on iHeart Radio. And you just got finished listening to Fragments of Light by our special guest, Allstarlivin, a.k.a. Prince Bruce. And today's episode is sponsored by Snazzy Sites. Craft stunning websites, blogs, and resumes that don't just look good. They get results. Whether you're growing a business, building a personal brand, or landing your dream job, Snazzy Sites has you covered. Start your transformation today over at snazzysites.com. Well, our interviews are designed to go beyond the music, news, books, art, acting, films, technology, education, entrepreneurship, entertainment, spirituality, and sometimes even past that thing that we call the ego. Our interviews are designed to go behind the scenes and into the minds of these incredible human beings. You know, the ones who are out there giving it their all for me, for you, and for the world. Well, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for an electrifying episode as we welcome the incredibly adventurous and talented Allstarlivin, also known as Prince Bruce, to Vigilantes Radio. At just 26, Prince has traveled the globe and is now pushing the limits of possibility with his record-breaking pursuits and freediving, kitesurfing, and sandboarding. With a spirit as vast as the skies he soars through, Prince embodies the essence of adventure and innovation. So please join me in saying welcome, friend, to Allstarlivin, a.k.a. Prince Bruce. Hey, welcome to the show.
Hey, nice to meet you. I'm glad to be here.
Absolutely, man. How's it going today?
It's going good. How's your day going?
Pretty good, man. No complaints. Man, you are one of a kind. You're one of a kind guy, man. Defying the odds. You're a person of color, as I am, and you don't hear about people of color doing the things that you do, so you're a special kind, man. Maybe we're supposed to, and you're bringing it back for us. Yeah, so we can root for that, right?
I appreciate that. That.
Yes, sir, man. Just to, get the juices flowing, man, what's like the most unforgettable place that you've visited in your travels?
Ooh, good question. The most unforgettable place, I would have to say Philippines, because the culture, the people, the food, it's so beautiful, and the beaches and the way they welcome you. It doesn't matter if you're Filipino or if you're black, white, Asian, they treat you exactly the same. They're so kind, so loving, and I feel like it was one of my favorite places along my travels that I visited.
Why didn't you stay?
Oh, I stayed 9 months.
Oh, okay. That's incredible. All right, yeah.
Super long, but it was the best experience, and that's actually how I picked up freediving, was in the Philippines.
Wow. Now I see why it's so special, too.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So, you face big challenges in your life, by your choosing, of course.
Mm-hmm.
What's a favorite song of yours to listen to before you dive into these challenges, or do you have one?
A favorite song? Honestly, I like listening to a lot of Spanish music, so I feel like Spanish music brings up my vibe and my energy, as well as I like listening to a lot of Afro beats. So I feel like anything that's upbeat and anything that has a good vibe and good rhyme to it, I'm 100% gonna listen to it before I'm traveling, or if I'm gonna do something crazy.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about you, man. Who are you? Where'd you come from?
Hey, okay, so I am 26. My name's Prince, and I am born and raised in Toronto. I am African from Ghana. Basically, just a 26-year-old who honestly just wants to challenge himself, and I'm always striving to do cool things and always striving to better myself, and that is who I am.
All right. I'm gonna need you to dive a little deeper than that. Let's get like Oprah on you or Dr. Phil. So, Prince,
All right, let's do it.
how was life growing up?
Okay, so life growing up, honestly, wasn't the best, but wasn't the worst. It was pretty basic, coming from a household with a father, mother, two sisters, one older, one younger. Um, by no means were we rich or anything like that. I remember so many times, there wouldn't be food in the fridge, but like my parents were working so hard to take care of all of us. So I had a crazy idea, which was to make them proud. And like, I wanted to study hard as well as try making money at 16, working a part-time job just so I could help and support them. So any way I could, I would try to help them because by no means were they rich, but we managed and we all turned out well. So we can thank God for that.
Indeed, indeed. What kind of impression did that leave on you, like growing up, knowing that you come from a two-parent household? Some people think, oh yeah, if you got two parents, you got the upper edge. That's not always the case, as your family faced hardships. But what did that teach you about life? What was your perspective growing up?
Honestly, my perspective was that no matter where you are in life, things can always become better. And I felt that I was always grateful for coming from a two-parent household because I have friends that didn't. And there are so many people that have worse situations than me. So honestly, I just tried to be positive and I just tried to always do more. And I just always I was always curious as a kid. So I feel like I just always wanted to learn and always wanted to better myself and better those around me. And honestly, you just have to have faith. And I feel like when you have faith and when you're on your purpose, like everything will work itself out. Like don't have doubts, work hard, things like that. I think good.
Indeed, indeed. So what led you on the path of extreme sports?
Ooh, okay. So since a kid, I was always swimming. So as someone who always swims, and in high school, I was always picking up sports, I decided that I always loved adventure. So that's how I kind of got into traveling. And on my traveling, I was always doing more and more and more and experiencing more and more and more. So certain countries, they're known for certain things. So for example, in Philippines, they're known for this thing called canyoneering, which is kind of like you're jumping from different rocks into the water at different heights. So I feel like that's kind of what opened my eyes to doing cool things, as well as like I would watch the Olympics when I was younger, and it was so cool, like seeing people surfing, seeing people running track at that level. So I've always wanted to do something kind of like crazy but safe at the same time. And when I went to Hawaii, I started surfing, and then I started loving surfing. And then that's how I picked up like things like surfing, snowboarding when I'm in Toronto, and kite surfing and various other things.
Nice, nice. So there is an elephant in the room we have to address, and that's your next feat.
Okay.
You are attempting to set a Guinness World Record. What made you want to have this record in your book of accomplishments?
Ooh, good question. So honestly, I believe that like whatever the mind can conceive, it can achieve. So I feel like I've always wanted to prove to myself that I can do anything, and the only limits that you set are the ones on yourself. So I was always interested in Guinness World Records, but there's so many crazy records. So I started diving deep and researching, and I took up freediving in the Philippines and in Hawaii, kitesurfing, and so many things. So I started researching if there was Guinness World Records for these things, and behold, there was a couple. So, for example, the ones that I applied for was highest altitude freedive, highest altitude kitesurfing, and highest altitude sandboarding. So I thought, you know what? Instead of doing one record, might as well do three, which is even harder. So I thought, I'd rather shoot for the moon and land on the stars than just start off easy. So that's kind of how I got myself into wanting to do Guinness World Record.
Nice. So you said you kind of unlock it at first in your mind. It starts there in your mind that, whatever you put your mind to, you can achieve. So, listeners, when Allstarlivin set this record, I'm putting in my mind I'm going to beat his record, right? I know it don't work like that, but but so to speak, man, can you describe the process of preparing both mentally and physically for this feat?
Yes. So for physically, I just started my training. I just got my food plan and my training regime. So I'm going to be swimming a lot for freediving and practicing freediving techniques with a coach. And for sandboarding, I'm doing a lot of snowboarding here because they're kind of the same, just one's on snow and one's on sand. And for kite surfing, I'm still practicing. So I'm not the best kite surfer, but I'm taking more lessons and I'm trying to really jam pack it down. And then I'm going to go to Peru in a month or so. And that's where I'm going to train in the actual altitude and try to put the skills I'm learning here to practice over there.
Nice. You didn't even laugh at my joke, man. Is that how serious you are about this? Like, you're not beating my record, Deanie.
No, I think records are meant to be broken. That's why.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, it's true. Like, you could honestly beat my record, which I think would be awesome as well. I don't have the record yet, but I plan on beating the person
right.
who has these record as well, right? So I'm just I guess glass half full type of person.
Oh yeah. Well, you don't have to worry about Deanie. I'm just talking. Just talking my talk. That is so cool, man. That is so cool. So you're going down to Peru to train for more skills. Have anybody tried to talk you out of this?
Oh my gosh, you have no idea. So many people have tried talking me out of it because they think it's dangerous, and especially like when you come from a traditional background, like my parents are very traditional. They are not the biggest fans of extreme sports and stuff because in Africa, they don't have that type of stuff. So they're not used to it, and they just care for my safety. They don't want me to get hurt and stuff because so many things can go wrong is what they say, as well as like close friends to me. Like, they're supportive, but at the same time, they just want me to be safe, and they just want the best for me. But I've always been the type of person that whatever I feel like doing, I'm going to do. I don't think people should project fears into your plans. And I feel like this is something I really want to do, so I'm going to do it.
Yes, indeed. Man, the screamers I got was like climbing trees. I used to do that all the time. Mom say, "Get down, boy, before you bust your knee." And one day I did bust my knee. And my friends were like, "Yeah, see what your mom says?" But it was my fault. I wore the wrong shoes that day. Mm-hmm.
I see.
Mm-hmm. Didn't have on any good grip shoes. And fell, hurt my knee. But I was still climbing trees after that.
See? That's
I didn't die and I didn't break a bone, so. All right, so you also do music, man. Talk about that.
Okay, so this is where it gets kind of funny. Honestly, I don't even do music. I just
What?
I just engineered the soundtrack that you played earlier. I basically bought a mastering course from a guy named Camilo Silva, who's a two-time Grammy Latin winner. And basically, I kind of was learning how to make beats and how to like engineer and sound engineer music. And I've only been doing that for I think like a month and a half now. So I'm not the best, but I've just been practicing. And basically, the reason behind it was when I'm doing my Guinness World Record, I want to make a movie out of it. So for like YouTube and so many platforms, I don't want copyright music. So that's why I made my own soundtrack so they can play it anywhere and it won't get copyright. And that's how I got into like music scene.
You're a genius. You're a genius. And you do music, man, even though you're a month in. You could take a sound and manipulate it or turn it into what you want it to be. You're a creator.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, let's talk about your very first adventure. Like, what was your very first adventure?
Good question. Very first adventure. Honestly, the earliest adventure I can think of was when I was 16 and I had to fly unaccompanied minor to Tanzania. And when I was in Tanzania, I was living with this tribe called the Maasai. And basically, like, they would go hunting, and I just remember wearing their, like, blankets, because, like, their traditional blankets and clothes, and riding, like, camels, I believe, and things like that. So that was the first memory that I can remember of adventure. Was that.
So this month, well, all year really, we've been talking about self-care. What self-care practices do you follow to ensure that you're not only in your top physical shape, but top mental space?
I like this question. So for me, I pray every day because I believe that it's so powerful, as well as I also do meditation. So I just like to, before I go to bed and before I wake up, I just like to take some time and really just reflect and think about good energy, good vibes, and how I want my day to go. And then when something doesn't go as planned on my day, I'll just journal it and try to think of a better solution to solve that issue or situation.
Indeed.
But mostly meditation and prayer, to be honest.
Nice. That's the first time I've heard someone answer with prayer as their self-care practice. So I'm big on prayer, man, and that was a huge answer in my book. You're a good dude, man. You're a good dude.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you, man. We like to teach lessons here, man, because we have a lot of young people that listen to this show. And one of the things I've seen that plagues people, even older people, is doubt, self-doubt. Have there been any moments where you doubted your ability to achieve your goals? And if so, how did you handle those doubts?
If I'm being completely honest with you, you do have doubts. It's normal being a human, but honestly, I just try to push that doubt away and try to focus on what I can do. So for instance, I feel like you only have doubt when you're not really doing enough of something. So let me give you an example. So for instance, if I never knew how to freedive and I attempted to do this Guinness World Record, I would have a lot of doubts. But because of the fact that like I'm training and I have the right team and I've prepared, I don't really doubt myself when it comes to doing this record. So I think when it comes to doubt, you just have to shut it out and you just have to remember. And I would say a good practice is doing affirmations. So I feel like you can like look at yourself in the mirror or something and say some things like, oh, like I'm strong, I'm like brave, I'm courageous, just to uplift your mood. And I think that's how slowly, slowly the debt will go away.
Mhm. I like that. All right, guys, we have one more song, and then we'll wrap up to see what Prince Bruce has in the making for the future of 2025. This one is called Soul Ties. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right. Welcome back. That was Soul Ties by Allstarlivin, aka Prince Bruce. I will have the link to his Spotify in the show notes and in the description of this episode. So all you have to do is click those links if you want to connect and listen to more jams. But for right now, let's go ahead and bring Prince Bruce back on. Hey, man, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. So, man, while we were on the break, I received a message from a listener. They want to know, what advice would you give to someone inspired to follow a similar path but feels overwhelmed by the magnitude of such dreams? This is from Ashley Kelsey. Thank you for the question, Ashley.
Thank you. That's a cool question. Honestly, I would suggest live a life of no regrets. At the end of the day, you were born here for yourself, and what people will take is the impact you leave. and the people you've helped along the way and the things you've done. So I would say if you want to go down a similar path, believe in yourself 100%. Try not to have no doubts. Don't let people talk you out of your plans. And I say that you should travel and see the world. There's so many beautiful humans here, so much beautiful food to experience, so many beautiful countries and cultures to see and experience. So honestly, I think it's a good idea. You'll love it for sure.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. I forgot to mention our hot seat segment. That's where we allow our special guests to perform if they want to. They could rap, sing, spoken word, tell a joke. We love dad jokes. Tell a story from their life, play an instrument, give some advice, or do nothing at all. That's cool as well. Did you want to participate?
Sure, why not? Let's do it.
Ready when you are.
So I can choose either of the above.
Yes.
Ooh, this is good. Let me think. Oh, I'm not good with dad jokes. I can't sing. Rapping, oof, horrible. Maybe what I could do is give you guys one of the worst things that's happened to me on my travels, I guess you could say.
Ooh, tell.
And how I dealt with that situation. So I would say the worst thing that happened on my travel, I would say, is when I went to South Korea, and there's a border to North Korea, literally right next, because North Korea and South Korea are literally right next to each other. So you can literally like cross the border to North Korea. So North Korea, if you guys do not know, it's very strict, and you need special documentation and things in order to even visit there. But you can't even visit. It's just like guided tours that they take you on. And basically, I got handed North Korean money. So as I was about to like put it in my hand, someone like slapped my hand and they're like, you can't touch the money. So basically what I learned is that in North Korea, if you cannot touch the money unless you're from North Korea. So a lot of people that bring back souvenirs that have visited North Korea and things like that, the money is usually like in plastic. So you can't literally touch the actual money because they're so strict about things like that.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was very interesting.
That I've never heard that one.
Yeah, me too. Like when it happened to me, I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Slapped your hand.
Yeah, I was like, like
wow.
an old lady. She's like, no, like you're gonna get in trouble. Like if like I was to touch the money, apparently I can get in like so much trouble for that.
Yeah.
So,
probably go to prison.
Maybe. Who knows? Who knows?
Hey Bob, what was your crime? I touched some money. Oh man, we have a hardened criminal here. He touched the money. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy, man.
Super.
All right. So, what do you have on the horizon for the rest of this year?
Ooh, okay. So this year, I'm going to obviously complete my record before September, and then September I'm probably just gonna go and dive with humpback whales in either French Polynesia, like Moorea, or maybe Hawaii, just to celebrate everything. And next, I will be planning my next adventure, which I think will either be volunteering in like South Africa or Kenya, helping kids over there, or either training to climb one of the 14 peaks. So there are 14 of the highest mountains in the world. I just want to at least climb one, so maybe I will do that. I'm still on the...
Wow.
Yes.
Either way, man, those are huge plans. Wow, wow, wow. That's incredible.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Indeed, man. I'm excited for you. Jeez.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Yeah. So, where can our listeners connect with you online and follow your journey to breaking this record?
Hey, okay, so my Instagram is Livin Allstar, so LIVINALLSTAR, and my Spotify and YouTube and everything is Allstarlivin, ALLSTARLIVIN.
All right, all right. And listeners, just in case you didn't get those links, maybe you're playing thumb war or something, your fingers preoccupied, no worries, I have you covered. I'll have these links in the description of this episode and in the show notes. So all you guys have to do is just click those links. Thank you to Allstarlivin, a.k.a. Prince Bruce, for joining us tonight and sharing this incredible journey of Avenger music and record-breaking achievements on Vigilantes Radio.
Thank you.
Your stories are...
Sorry. Thank you
you're
so much
good.
for having me. Like, it's honestly an honor. I hope you continue this because this is amazing, and you're such an amazing host and amazing person. So I just wanted to say thank you for having me, and this is honestly one of my favorite interviews I've ever done. So.
Oh, man. No, thank you for the kind words. That means a lot. That means a lot. And I will keep going. I will keep going, man. Your story is powerful to the human spirit's capacity to explore, innovate, and not only innovate, but excel. And for our listeners, be sure to follow Prince ongoing adventures and check out his music, including the inspirational soundtrack. I can't even pronounce this. Kintsugi?
Correct.
All right, by Allstarlivin. Don't forget to subscribe to Vigilantes Radio, leave a rating, and support our podcast on buymeacoffee.com/Vigilantes Radio. Share this episode with anyone who dreams big and dares to chase those dreams. Keep pushing the boundaries and stay inspired. We are rooting for you, man, and we are praying for you as well.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Indeed, man. Enjoy your night.
It's been a pleasure. Bye, guys.
Experience the thrill of finding something unique at It's Upcycled. Find apparel, toys, home goods, electronics, items for your pet, and more for the whole family. The best part? It's all online. So say yes to secondhand and visit itsupcycled.com today. Plus, get $10 off your first order using code SAVE10 at checkout. That's www.itsupcycled.com. Free shipping on all orders over $50.
Peace to all. My name is Deanie, and I am the host of Vigilantes Radio Live. I think that we are beyond just asking cool questions and getting cool responses. I think that we are here as creatives to provide an example that you can do things different outside of expectations, because some of us simply were not born into the club, but there is perhaps a door, window, or back gate that we can leave a clue for you to get into. Life is short, but there are plenty of moments to try and get it right. Pursuing your dreams and learning from mistakes may be tough, but regret is tougher. To book your interview, email us at vradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. That's a V as in victorious. Or visit onlyonemediagroup.com. I'm counting on you. Heaven, we all are counting on you to step into your purpose and your passion. You are listening to Vigilantes Radio Live on iHeartRadio, providing you with an opportunity to dive deeper.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.onlyonemediagroup.com.